Hello, Steeler Nation. That pre-draft frenzy is in the air, and I know you feel it. Get ready because we're going to reveal a twist that's shocking everyone. With Johnson gone, there are rumors that Pickens could be the next big star. Or is everyone mistaken? But today's big update is certainly the focus everyone has been waiting for. Let's dive into the plots and speculations that are simmering behind the scenes of our beloved Pittsburgh Steelers. Some people thought that Deontay Johnson hanging around George Pickens was causing trouble, like maybe he was teaching Pickens some bad tricks. Jerry Dulac even mentioned that Johnson's influence on Pickens was one reason why Johnson ended up getting traded to the Carolina Panthers. He was kind of saying that Johnson was going to leave the Steelers anyway, and maybe him being a bad influence was a part of it. But the story is a bit twisty. See, some folks have been watching Pickens since his college days and noticed he sometimes acted a bit like a diva, all on his own. So it's not like Johnson was the one who started any trouble Pickens might have been stirring up. Also, there were moments when Johnson wasn't exactly playing his best, which didn't help things. Mark Kaboly from The Athletic didn't really agree with the whole bad influence idea. He thought Johnson was traded for totally different reasons. According to him, it was more about Johnson's contract ending soon, the Steelers not planning to keep him around, and worries that their quarterback situation wouldn't help Johnson shine and get a good deal somewhere else next year. The Steelers coach, Mike Tomlin, said they really needed to make their team better, especially when it came to defending against the other team's passes. So trading Johnson to get Dante Jackson from the Panthers was like swapping one good player for another to fill in gaps where they needed help the most. Tomlin explained it was pretty straightforward. The Panthers needed Johnson, and the Steelers needed Jackson, making it a win-win for both teams. Now, leaving the gossip aside and moving on to concrete action, the Steelers have their eyes wide open to strengthening that offensive line. With eyes very closely on free agents, who will be the new protector protecting our QB? The Pittsburgh Steelers are on the lookout to make their offensive line stronger and are peeking into the world of free agents to find a new offensive tackle. They have some money to play with, so they're thinking about bringing in a new face to help out. Right now, they could pick a new tackle in the draft, but they're also keeping an eye on who's available for hire. Some of the top tackles have already found new homes, but there are still a few interesting options for the Steelers to consider. David Bakhtiari is one of the big names out there. He's been with the Green Bay Packers for a long time, being one of their main tackles. Even though he's been hurt a lot lately and hasn't played much in the last few years, he's still got skills. But because he's been injured and is getting up there in age, the Packers decided to let him go. Charles Leno Jr. is another tackle who's been around the block, playing lots of games over his 10 years in the NFL. He's been a solid player for the Washington Commanders, not missing a game in 3 years. He could bring some good experience to the Steelers if they decide to bring him on board. Then there's Andre Dillard, who's a bit younger at 28 and has been playing for the Philadelphia Eagles and the Tennessee Titans. He hasn't started many games and didn't get great reviews for his play last year. He might not be the top choice, but he could be an option if the Steelers want someone who doesn't cost too much. Even with these choices, the Steelers might find their best bet is to draft a new tackle. They're keeping an eye on some young players who could be great additions to the team. With so many needs and a draft full of talent, the Steelers are hoping to pick someone who can help them out right away. So, while they could pick up a free agent, the Steelers are really hoping to find a superstar in the draft to beef up their offensive line and get ready for a great season. So, Steelers family, what do you think? We are very excited about the draft, and the tension is high. If you like unveiling our Steelers' latest schemes and want more, you know what to do. Subscribe, leave your comment, and click on the recommended videos so you don't miss a single play. Stay energized as the draft is coming, and we are more than ready for what's to come. Come on, Steelers!